Before we start our lesson for this week, I want you to watch this movie clip. What can you say about the clip? Our lesson for today is related to front office services in a hotel. In this area, you see that there are front office officers in the area, information area. TLE front office services present interpret design and layout. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to read and interpret front office reception area and conduct a self-evaluation on the required performance. For your learning task 1, read and answer the following questions. What line starts and ends with a dash? What line should be the most prominent on the drawing? What line is drawn the lightest and thinnest for laying out the drawing? I will give you a minute to think of your answers. Your timer starts now. Time is up. What line starts and ends with a dash? Hidden line. What line should be the most prominent on the drawing? Answer: object line. And lastly, what line is drawn the highest or lightest and thinnest for laying out the drawing? Our answer: construction line. Did you get it all correct? Let's proceed to our lesson proper. Alphabet of lines. Visible line. A thick line that represents the visible edges or outline of the object, also known as the object line. Hidden line is a medium thick line composed of short dashes, about 2 to 3 millimeters long, with space between dashes about 1 to 2 millimeters wide. It represents the surface or edges that cannot be seen. Center line. A thin line consisting of 2 long dashes and short dash drawn alternately with a gap of at least 2 millimeters in between. It represents the axis of center of symmetrical shapes like a ball, washer, rectangular block, or cube. Next, we have section line. 18 lines to show the surface that has been cut. They are spaced at 45 degrees with the horizontal to make shaded effect. Next, we have extension line, dimension line. Extension line is a thin line that extends from the object in order to show dimension limits. Dimension line is a thin line with an arrowhead in one end used to indicate the measurement of the object. So you can see dimension line is easy to remember. It has two arrowheads. And while the extension line just extend the object in order to show dimension limits. Next, we have long break line. A medium thick line consisting of broken and straight lines drawn alternately. This is also known as the limiting line. This limits the length of an elongated object without changing the size of its view. So you can see it looks like a lightning to lightning. It looks like that, huh? It measures from 100 by 20 inches. So long break line. For short break line, it's a thick line drawn in freehand to show details that a part has been cut off or broken out. So see the the lightning drawing inside the short break. That is a short break. So it measures 100 by half inch. So this is short break line. Next we have leader line. A short inclined, nakatupi, thin line with an arrowhead at the end. So naka-inclined but with an arrowhead at the end. And short horizontal line on the other hand. End. Phantom line. A thin line that shows positions of part of an object that moves, drawn by two short dashes and one long dash. So alternate, one long dash, two short dashes, one long dash, two short dashes. That's phantom line. Next, we have the cutting plane line. Thick lines used to indicate an imaginary cut through an object along the line, made up of two long dashes, broken in one end with an arrowhead and two short dashes drawn in between the long dashes. Are you ready to answer this question? Matching type. We have match column A with column B. Write only the letter of the correct answer on a separate sheet. I will give you a minute to complete your answers. Your timer starts now. Alright, time is up. Let us check your work. Visible line is letter E. Straight, solid line. Number 2, leader line is letter A. Inclined with arrowhead at the end. Number 3, phantom line is letter C. One long, two short dashes, and one long, two short dashes alternately. Dimension line is letter F. It has two arrowheads. And then for your center line, we have letter B. Center line. One long, one short, one long. For your assignment, you may go to your Google Classroom classwork, or you may click to the link given below. To end our lesson, let me share this quote from Unknown. Imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, and achieve with all your might. Have a wonderful, blessed morning. God bless us all.